People's Chief Ms. Jaya appeals to the electorate of Srirangam to vote for the AIADMK and make the opposition candidates lose their deposits. Major setback to former Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar as Patna High Court stays his election as JDU Legislature Party Chief. Cricket bat makers hope World Cup performance of India boosts sales even as bumper crowds set to throng the opening weekend of ICC Cricket World Cup 2015. The news in detail. The People's Chief Ms. Jaya today appealed to the people of Srirangam constituency to vote for the AIADMK in the two leaves symbol with a massive vote margin when compared to the Assembly and Lok Sabha elections, considering that they would be casting their vote for Ms. Jaya. Ms. Jaya said she was happy to be connected to the people of Srirangam through this epistle. She said Srirangam was her native place, it was her home, it was the sacred land where her ancestors lived for many generations. For this reason, she said Srirangam was her heartbeat. Recalling the assembly elections in 2011, Ms. Jaya said that the people of the constituency made her emerge victorious with a huge margin due to the immense affection they had for her, besides voting the party to a mammoth victory in the recent parliamentary elections as well. Ms. Jaya thanked the people of Srirangam for making them win the elections every time, heeding her appeal. Not being able to tolerate the growing support for the AIADMK, some conspired to create a situation necessitating a by-election, the People's Chief charged. Ms. Jaya said, wherever and in whichever election, the two leaves symbol, which is the victory symbol given by Idaya Deivam Purachi Talaivar Dr. MGR, contested, the electorate always voted with a feeling that her own self was contesting there. She appealed to the people of Srirangam to vote for the AIADMK in its two leaves symbol, considering that they were voting for Ms. Jaya herself. Ms. Jaya said that the people of Srirangam were well aware of the developmental works being carried out in the constituency for the past 3.5 years. She said that they also knew well that all the schemes being implemented across the state were being implemented in Srirangam as well without any break. Apart from this, several other infrastructural schemes including schools, colleges, National Law School, students' hostels, government buildings, drinking water schemes, roads, bridges and far-sighted schemes were being implemented in the constituency. She appealed to them to vote with a huge margin of difference compared to the assembly elections and the Lok Sabha elections and make the AIADMK secure a landslide victory in the Srirangam by-election and make the opposition lose their deposits. Each vote cast in two leaves symbol for the AIADMK candidate S. Valarmati would be considered as if it was for Ms. Jaya, she said, and asked them to vote for the AIADMK and make it secure a massive victory. The election campaign in Srirangam constituency came to an end this evening. The AIADMK election campaign for the bypolls to Srirangam constituency was wound up this evening near the Rajagopuram. Ministers, election committee members, MPs, MLAs, party cadres and the general public took part in the final day meeting of the election campaign. The Deputy Propaganda Secretary of AIADMK, Nanjil Sampath, said Srirangam was the fort of AIADMK. Star orator of the AIADMK, Vindhya, listed the numerous welfare schemes implemented by Ms. Jaya. In an apparent setback to Nitish Kumar, who is making a quick bid to become Bihar Chief Minister, the Patna High Court today virtually stayed his recognition as the leader of the JDU Legislature Party in place of Chief Minister Jitin Ram Manchhi. The High Court bench said it intends to examine the legal implication of the letter issued by in-charge Secretary of Assembly recognizing Nitish Kumar as leader of JDU Legislature Party so that the letter should have no legal consequences for a decision by the governor. The court said it would hear the matter again on Wednesday next. The division bench comprising Chief Justice L.N. Reddy and Justice Vikas Jain gave the direction on a PIL filed by JDU MLA Rajeshwar Raj, who is siding with Manjhi. The court's order could come in the way of Kumar's immediate bid to claim chief ministership with the governor, yet to take a decision on the claims and counterclaims of the two sides. After a legislature party meeting on Saturday in which the JDU replaced defiant Chief Minister Manjhi by electing Kumar as JDU LP leader, a delegation of leaders including Kumar, RJD President Lalu Prasad, Congress and CPI met Governor Kesrinath Tripathi to call Kumar to form a new government. Shortly later, Manjhi also met the governor and claimed that he had the majority and that he would prove it in a trial of strength in the assembly at a time of governor's choosing. The PIL filed by JDU MLA, who is a Manjhi supporter in the Patna High Court, challenged the legislature party meeting called by JDU National President Sharad Yadav on Saturday, which elected Kumar, the new JDU LP leader, in place of Manjhi. In a fresh twist to the political logjam in Bihar, RJD MP Rajesh Ranjan alias Pappu Yadav today came out in support of Chief Minister Jitin Ram Manjhi and asked his party chief Lalu Prasad to reconsider the decision to remove him. Soon after, the Patna High Court virtually stayed Nitish Kumar's recognition as the leader of JDU legislature party in place of Chief Minister Manjhi. Yadav said it has become clear that the meeting called by JDU Chief Sharad Yadav to elect Kumar as LP leader was illegal and unconstitutional. The General Secretary of AIADMK and the Chief of the People, Ms. Jaya, condemned the brutal murder of Pa Shekhar, the former president of Nanjikote Panchayat in Tanjavur South District. Expressing her condolence to the family of Shekhar, Ms. Jaya said strict action would be taken against those responsible for this barbaric act. In a condolence message released by Ms. Jaya today, she said she was grieved to learn about the murder of Pa Shekhar. She said whoever was responsible for this brutal attack would be brought before the court of justice and punished for the act. Expressing her condolence to the bereaved family members of Shekhar, Ms. Jaya said she prayed to the Almighty for his soul to rest in peace. The 2015 Cricket World Cup starts in New Zealand and Australia on February 14th, with rivals Pakistan and India playing against each other on Sunday. A solid show by two-time champion India would fuel huge demand for bats, balls and sporting gear in that cricket-mad nation, generating rich rewards for thousands of workers connected with the industry, even as 4 games in 2 days will kickstart tournament across Australia and New Zealand, with bumper crowds set to attend opening weekend. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 is set to kick off with a bang, with capacity crowds tipped to roll into 4 venues across Australia and New Zealand. Meanwhile, at the sprawling factory complex of Sansparellas Greenlands in Meerut, some 80 kilometers northeast of New Delhi, hundreds of workers are hunched over their machines, busy cutting, sewing and shaping cricket balls to meet the scaled-up demand ahead of the World Cup. Shop floors at family businesses like SG, which have traditionally dominated the cricket gear manufacturing for generations in India, are buzzing with activity before the start of the 4-yearly tournament. Devoid of heavy machinery, the ground floor workshop is filled with the dull thuds of hammers on leather, the shaping of cork into spherical cores, and the tinkle of needle on steel as dozens of men furiously stitch together nearly 800 balls every day. When the world's best batsmen walk to the crease in this month's World Cup, many will carry bats handmade in wood-shaving field factories like Anand's SG in India. SG, who claims to be the world's biggest suppliers of cricket equipment, employs 1,000 people in its factory on the outskirts of Meerut, where hundreds of sports companies gather in India's City of Sports, a major hub in the country's estimated 15 billion rupee cricket equipment market.